Okay, so go ahead and make your way to your back. And however you want that to look or feel, more specifically, either legs out long or kind of in constructive rest if that feels better on your back. And let your hands rest on your belly. And we'll give ourselves a good little bit here to arrive, to settle. Just kind of gather our wits. And at first, not even paying attention to the breath. Just paying attention to the sensations in your body. Where the relief is by lying down, where the stress is. Where the tension is. And finally, starting to watch your breath. And letting your exhales allow your shoulders to soften. And noticing where they're sitting in relationship to the ground, to the mat. If they kind of feel like they're sort of lifted away from the mat, maybe press into the back of your head, slide your shoulder blades a little closer together, and see if that doesn't encourage them to lie a little bit more flat and open the chest a little bit. And by doing that, it might feel like now your hands don't really want to rest on your belly. So if you don't let your arms come out by your sides, that might be a better fit. And let your breath get longer and deeper, both on the inhale and the exhale. Taking just as long to fill up as you feel like. And that same amount of time emptying out. And notice if you're still, even now, after being here for a little, clenching your jaw. Or if your eyes are closed, are you squeezing them closed? Are you just willing yourself to be still? See if these next exhales can coax a little softness into any of the places that are still not wanting to let go. Take 3 more breaths. And if your legs are out long, bring feet flat to the mat. And if you're in constructive rest, let your knees separate, so that you wind up kind of in a bridge prep situation. And cross your right ankle over your left knee. And let's bring arms out to a T. And at first, we usually, it seems like, just kind of jump into activity from here. But for these first couple breaths, just stay here and see what changes just by crossing the ankle over the knee. See if maybe bring your thumb like into your hip crease and push your thigh away, push your femur away. And just kind of let that action go. And see if that right hip, right side low back, maybe will settle a little bit. Take an inhale breath. And on your exhale, roll up onto your left hip, but in that way that we're not quite fully twisting, and then come back to your back. So we'll match that action with the breath. And you could argue either way. I'm going to inhale on my way down and exhale on my way back, but you could do either. Just do it on purpose, whichever one it is. Just finding an almost twist and then back in to your back. I guess it's kind of like digging half a hole, though. It's still a twist. It's just not quite the biggest twist ever. Come back to your back. Inhale or exhale, twist, and come back. And then this next time, let your right foot come closer to the mat. And if that action just is pulling somewhere that doesn't feel productive to you, you can unwind your legs and let them rest on top of one another. But see if you're holding in your inner thighs. See if you can soften there, or in your right side seat. See if you can really just let that whole lower body from your belly button down just do a whole lot of nothing. And take a big inhale. And exhale, come back into center. Bring your right foot down and cross your left over. And then we'll do the same here. Just give yourself a couple breaths here to let the left hip kind of acclimate to its new orientation. And then maybe thumb in the hip crease pressing away, kind of lengthening that side a little bit. Maybe making things interesting in the low back or the hip. And then release that. See if that changed anything or just offered a distraction. And after your next full breath, we'll roll up onto the right hip and back. And keep doing that, moving with your breath. Just a little exploratory twist, just to see how things are shaping up in the low back and hips this morning. I have a nice massage for the right hip. And one more time here. And the next time you go to twist, left foot comes all the way down. Or into the twist that works for you if you need to unwind the legs, even if you didn't on the other side. And then go about the business of softening. Not trying to hold that left leg in a certain place. Not bracing the right knee against it. Just noticing sensation, noticing where you're holding. And where you might be able to release a little bit. Take one more full breath. Exhale, come back into center. Unwind the leg and let your legs come out long for a second and just kind of let feet fall side to side. It's kind of windshield wipering the feet. And we'll draw both knees in. Give them a squeeze and a rock and the things that you do naturally when you come into this shape. Moving one leg, moving both legs, drawing circles, drawing figure eights. Getting some motion in there. Send both of your feet straight up to the ceiling. And at first, if you can, keep the insides of the feet touching each other. This is when I notice how far away my big toes are from one another. It's like they don't even like each other. I try to put them together when I do this, just to kind of line up all the bones. But 53-year-old feet have a way of just doing whatever they want. So see if the insides of the feet can touch one another. If not, it's not an issue at all. Point your toes, kind of squeezing the legs just a little bit together. And flex your feet. And point. And flex. And then let your feet separate. Point and flex again. And circle. This way and that. And let your feet come back down. And have one of your blocks nearby so you can grab it after this next little bit. But bring your heels in close to your seat, just out of reach of your fingertips. Press into your feet as you inhale, pick up your tailbone, pick up the low back, pick up your hands. Inhale, lift all the way up with the hips. Backs of the hands come all the way to the floor. Exhale, roll down. Press into the feet. Inhale, lift up. Backs of the hands to the floor. Exhale down. We'll do a few more just with your breath. Moving at your own pace. Inhale up. Exhale down. Press and lift. And down. And one more. Exhale down. So grab your block. Lift your hips up so that you can bring it under your sacrum on the lowest height. And send both legs out so that heels are on the mat. And then you might need to adjust. If you do, just pull your feet back in. We want the sacrum to be supported. And then send arms up overhead. You can make them wide, and you can make your feet wide. And as much as you can, just let the whole front body melt with your exhales. And if there's anything funky in your shoulders, move your arms to where it feels good. If having them up overhead like that and then lying on the ground just feels yucky for some reason or pinchy, do what you like. We'll let some opening come across the chest here too. Let your feet be really heavy. And extend your exhales a little longer than your inhales. As you do that, notice what's happening in your belly, like from ribs to hip points and then down to your pubic bone. Notice what happens in your exhales in that space. You can feel kind of the lengthening of your hip flexors, of your belly muscles when you exhale. You may even be able to notice it kind of in your low back. There's so many connections and insertions and origins of all those little muscles. It gets kind of confusing down there, I think. So just to let everybody lengthen and soften, I think, has to be a good idea. Take 2 more breaths. Slide one foot in and then the other. Lift your hips, slide your block out of the way. But keep it nearby, and keep the other one nearby too. Pull your knees into your chest. We'll rock and roll forward and back, but the destination is to come back on your back. So Either hands on shins or hands behind in your knee pits. Just start to rock forward and back, big or small, doesn't matter. The only goal here being to find a little bit of massage for the muscles in the back. Watch the back of your head. Don't go flinging yourself through the wall or anything. A couple more times. And the next time you're down, settle all the way back down. Let your feet rest on the mat and your knees fall over to the right. And let them stay. If you want to walk your left foot a little more left, do that. I have an opening for the quads on the left side. And here too, notice what you're holding on to and what you can release here. If you walked your left foot left, bring it back to where it started. Knees up to center. Knees fall to the left. And then maybe walk the right foot right. You might be able to feel a little bit of, even though the quads might be louder here, you might be able to notice some quiet opening in the right side belly, or lengthening. And if you walked your foot, bring it back. Bring knees up to the center. Pull them back into your chest. Grab your blocks. And you will have to get up a little bit here. Maybe up onto your elbow to come into supported fish. So a block behind shoulder blades. Long wise along the spine or wide across the back of the shoulder. Up to you. And then a block behind your head. And whatever height you wish. And let the arms come out wide. Do whatever you want to with your legs. But we'll send the arms up toward the wall behind you. And then on your exhale, elbows pull down, little cactus action. We can do that really slowly, just kind of exploring that range of motion. And if that's too much, too weird, stop doing that. And then just let your arms be where they feel good. A couple more times up and down. Then finally let your arms come to rest if they haven't already. If it feels good to you to stay here for Shavasana, do that. And if you would rather move your blocks and come all the way down flat on your back, do that. And be still. Let all the movement come to a stop. And just breathe. Couple more breaths here, right where you are. Roll to your side. Come to seated. We inhale together. Hands to heart center. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace.